Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for the premiere of the new FX show Clipped. This was actually a 2 episode premiere, so I'll be going over both of those episodes. Not too many spoilers, although this is based on true events, so I don't know how many spoilers we can have. If you don't know what Clipped is about, it's a show about the downfall of the Los Angeles Clippers owner, Donald Sterling, amid the team's drive to win a championship under coach Doc Rivers. The first episode is called White Party. In this episode, Doc Rivers fights chemistry problem created by Donald's favoritism and harassment. The fragile love triangle between Donald, Shelley, and V combusts when V refuses to stay out of sight. Also, attendance is mandatory at a Labor Day white party. And then in episode 2, a blessing and a curse. As the team stumbles in the opening round of the playoffs, Doc schools them to insulate their game from distractions. When Donald and Shelley solidify their bond, V threatens to go public with a shocking tape, and V and Shelley both hire lawyers. The main cast here is Lawrence Fishburne as Doc Rivers, Jackie Weaver as Shirley Sterling, Cleopatra Coleman as V Stiviano, and Ed O'Neill as Donald Sterling, the owner of the Clippers. Um, I'm not a big basketball person. I didn't watch the. I think this series will inevitably invite comparisons to HBO's Winning Time, the show about the Lakers. But I'm not a like because I'm not a big basketball person. I didn't really watch Winning Time, so I really have nothing to compare it there. Now I don't know much about the actual events that happened, so everything that's happening in the show, other than the overall arc. Like I remember hearing about Sterling back in the day, and also the hype for the Clippers at the time when some of these players were there. So yeah, it's really interesting. It's a I feel like a very dramatized look. It feels so outlandish that I can't even believe that these events would be happening for real. But I feel like because this is adapted from an ESPN podcast called The Sterling Affairs by Gina Welch. That I think most of this is not super dramatized. Like I don't think they've really augmented a lot of these events that are going on, like the main beats, which is really interesting. So the podcast really delved into the tale of sex, money, race, and fame, and it really took kind of like a soap opera adjacent tone, which is interesting. I think Ed O'Neill does a really interesting job as Sterling, just like out there, really making sure that people know that he was just the like really really something that was causing the downfall of this team. That he was supposed to be leading. Um, Overall, the show paints Sterling as a miserly monster, kind of contrasting him a little bit with Jerry Buss, who is a celebrated owner of the Lakers. Now, granted, obviously, these are all people that have a lot of money and influence, so take anything that comes out with a grain of salt because I don't think that a lot of these owners are painted on a positive light. So, but the series really underscores the risk of having one single person just having a significant influence over the organization. And I think that's something that we still kind of talk about, whether it's 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and now. Um, in the show, Doc Rivers and the Clippers emerge as the story's most sympathetic figures because they're just there to do a job. They want to win games. They want to win championships. They're doing it for obviously it's part of their job, but I think they're doing it for with a mission, right? To raise the team back to some glory. Which is I also only know a few of the players that are being portrayed, so it is kind of weird to see when I see like the actor who plays Blake Griffin. Like I know what Blake Griffin looks like in real life. I know what the Andrew Hopkins looked like in real life. I know what Chris Paul looks like in real life. So it's interesting to see these characters. I do love that LeVar Burton is playing himself. But I think the most spot on casting is Lawrence Fishburne as Doc Rivers. Overall, my uh, experiences with Lawrence Fishburne have been through some of his action work. Where here, it's really all about the drama. So I think he's doing a really, really good job. The series just kind of excels in recreating the absurdity of everything that happened back in 2014 and around that time. It uses a lot of the social media memes in that format of like kind of like scrolling through Instagram for like some of the quick editing, moving from one place to another, to keeping the timelines. It's a very interesting approach. It can be a little distracting and maybe even a little convoluted. It feels like there's sometimes they just have like memes out there for no reason, but I think they're just trying to evoke that feeling of finding all this stuff out through social media. Um, I will say I don't know that the show has a lot to say for now as far as like more commentary that's a little bit more poignant. But it does hint at some larger questions about the system and how players are treated, and just kind of really the commentary on the culture from the time, and then from maybe even still today. So I think I'm gonna keep watching the show. It's interesting enough, especially because I don't know exactly how things turned out. I believe I read that Sterling has passed away since, um, but I don't know exactly how things ended up. I don't even know if the Clippers have won a championship since then. So that'll be really interesting to see. Um, but yeah, I think the show's fine. It's entertaining. It's definitely feels like, I'm telling you, it feels so outlandish that it's like a soap opera, really. Like, it just feels like a soap opera. Like this, I was watching some of the stuff that was happening on screen, and I was like, "There's no way this is real. There's no way that this really happened. It's so absurd." But there you have it. So, if you have seen Clipped, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. I'll do weekly reviews. If not, we'll just maybe revisit this once the season's over. I believe it's a miniseries. I think it's only 6 episodes, so it shouldn't be too long. But yeah, we'll be doing some of that stuff. Also, stay tuned. We'll have a review for the episodes from the Acolyte premiere as well, the new Star Wars show. And let me know what else I should watch. I just got Disney Plus back with Hulu to watch this and the Acolyte, mainly the Acolyte. This just happened to be something that was also out. Also, the Bears coming back. So yeah, let me know what else we should take a look at on Hulu or Disney Plus or one of those platforms. So as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.